The first question is, what's your name? Do you have an African name, girl? Let me know. And where are you from?
Okay, so my name is Connor Collison, and my Ghana name is Na Anima,
It's
and
pretty.
I'm from McKinney, Texas.
The third question is, what was your childhood like growing up with a
Ghanaian.
Ghanaian, sorry, I've been messing that up, with a Ghanaian parent, because I know only your dad is Ghanaian. So
Yeah.
how was that like for you growing up, like with that experience?
Well, first of all, my dad, I don't want to say he's Americanized, but he might as well be. So I didn't really have the traditional, like, it wasn't like nothing serious or whatever, but he was strict when he didn't start getting strict till I was about like, well, let's say in high school, he was strict. High school and then eighth grade, 7th grade, he was a little strict, didn't let me go anywhere. He didn't believe in going to other people's houses and spending the night. School nights, I had to be in bed by at least 8:30.
Mine was 9 o'clock.
Just, my dad's the type of, if you just do what he says, obey his rules or whatever, and don't lie, then you're gonna be in his good books.
The fourth question is, having a Ghanaian parent, I think you kind of said that since your dad was Americanized, but how did being Ghanaian, how did that affect your childhood growing up? And with that, I mean, like, how did it affect it, like, positively, negatively, school-wise, friends? Were you teased or anything like that?
To be honest with you,
didn't even bring it up or anything.
To be honest with you, nobody even really knew that he was Ghanaian or that he was African, really. Obviously, they know he has an accent or whatever, and they'd be like, oh, that's cool or whatever. But it wasn't nothing like, too crazy.
Anything crazy.
No, the positive part, like, I do applaud him for, like, being hard on me because, when it comes to schoolwork, I wish I would bring home a F, a failing grade. So, like, he already instilled in me that I had to have, like, good grades, be respectful, yes sir, no ma'am, yes ma'am, all that other stuff. Manners was there, and school was top priority. It was really just school and respect. That's the top two for him growing up. That's a positive aspect. Now, the negative is maybe, like, let's say I have friends coming over to the house, and they see that it's like a real fish, like the fish head, and like, like they, how people just really just cut open.
I love the fish head.
They see that there's an actual fish. They didn't know people actually eat the whole fish, and that kind of shook up people a lot when I was younger. But that was only it.
Next question is, were there any specific things growing up that were traumatic to you or stuck with you till now that you feel like, your American friend probably would not understand? Any traumas?
Well, there was one time when I was being fast with a little boy.
Oh no.
And he came outside looking for me because first of all, it was school night.
You messed up there.
I know. That was this first school night is off the chain. Anyways, he came looking for me, like literally yelling down the street for my name, looking for me, and he went to the boy's house, was talking to his aunt or whatever, and it was just kind of crazy. He was trying to explain to them that it's a school night and she didn't need to be outside doing whatever she's doing, especially not with the boy. So he kind of embarrassed me there, and I had to literally run back to the house because I saw him walking down the street, but I had to run behind the houses so I could dodge him and make it seem like I was already in the house. But that was scary because the whole neighborhood was like, where were you? Like, your dad was looking for you. He kept making sure that it was a school night and you was supposed to be outside. But, it was just That was the crazy part for me. Crazy. Nothing. It was never nothing too crazy with him. They could be dramatic.
I have my fair share of those moments. The sixth question is, what are things that you love about being Ghanaian?
I don't have anything that's negative about it. I just love everything from the food, like what they instill in us, like the intelligence that they expect us to have.
Yeah.
Our standards have to be high. That's what I love, and pretty much it.
The seventh question is now, what is your favorite dish that you think people should try that are not from Ghana?
First of all, jollof rice. And kill it with it. You know, the fried plantains.
We don't call it that, but we just call it plantain. But you know, same thing. I love plantain.
Yeah, especially when they're ripe and they're fried.
Oh yes, yeah. I like the sweetness to it, so it needs to be extra ripe. The question is, do you happen to have any favorite Ghanaian artists?
Most of the artists that I know of is Nigerian, to be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah.
Girl, know any Ghanaian artists?
I don't know. I think his name is Techno. I don't know. Techno, I'm not sure if that's the correct name. Oh, he is?
It's
oh, well, I can't, to be honest with you, I don't know.
Okay, I'm going to have to get you on Ghanaian artists, because I don't know a lot. Like you, I know more Nigerian, because I feel like Nigerians, they take over a lot of like the African music being brought into like other countries, but there are some Ghanaian artists. There's quite a few that I know about. All right, so question number 9. Are there any misconceptions about Ghana that you wish people knew that people might not know?
Well, first of all, I don't think really that many people know about Ghana, really, like that. I think the spotlight is more on Nigeria. But I wish they would know that Ghana is a very beautiful place. Any country in Africa is beautiful, to be honest with you. And you know, Ghana is the home of the gold. So they have, you know, precious jewels. They have a lot of precious things over there. And I would honestly, I've never been, but I would go because I feel like the beach, everything that's over there is pretty, huh?
I say your dad needs to take you.
Yeah, I know. I only go to London, and that's it. You know, the typical. That's the hot spot for the African.
I've never been to London, but I have family in London.
Yeah.
But I would love to go there too. I've never been to Ghana because, you know, I'm from Nigeria. So, you know how it's like you just go where your family's from. But, you know, I've seen a lot of people like go to Ghana. I've seen a lot of videos on YouTube and stuff. And the beaches.
Yeah. Pretty.
The beaches are pretty. Okay.
People walking with horses and pigs or whatever.
Yeah.
On the beach.
That's one thing I don't like, how they share, you know, the bad sides of like all these countries. There's a lot of beautiful sides to it that people don't know about, and they just think that, oh, we live in like clay houses or something. Yes. And that's something that I was trying to like I guess you didn't go through that, but whenever I was younger, people already knew by my last name that I wasn't American. So then they would already like go on to ask me where am I from or where's my family from. So they would be like, oh, so do you guys see lions and tigers and bears? And do you guys live in huts? And I'm just like, really?
Speaking of that, like my people, my grandmother, she always had like, not maize, but like, I forgot what it was called. Like,
yeah, I know.
That would take care of the house type stuff.
Yeah.
And she didn't only have one house. My grandfather had multiple houses. You know, that Africans are very wealthy.
The thing is, people don't understand, it's easier to buy land there. It's like so much easier than America. So you can like buy however many acres you want, make your house how as big as you want.
Right.
That's what they just don't understand. So do you notice any major cultural differences from your country region, Ghana, from like other African countries?
Not really. I didn't really know anybody from like any other countries. And I didn't really know about anything, to be honest with you. I don't even speak the language. That's how far off I am. Like, I'm not even, like, I don't know. I don't understand the language.
Did your dad teach it to you?
No.
Okay, it's not your fault. How is that your fault if he didn't speak it to you?
Yes, I don't speak it, so I don't, to be honest,
still learn.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to learn, but the thing is, like, is now that you're grown and you got stuff to do, it's like, got other priorities. So, but it's not your fault. So.
Yeah, but the difference is, as far as religion, that's what I just know in that part aspect. I didn't know, to be honest with you, not to be funny with anything, I didn't know there was Muslims in Nigeria. I never knew that.
Girl, I'm part of the Southeast, and we're Christian Catholic. So I specifically grew up Catholic, and people like, I remember when I went to school, like in school, people used to always be like, why are you Catholic? Well, because I'm Black. And I'm just like, well, I don't know. That's how it's like in Nigeria. The northern part is Muslim. The southeastern part, where my family's from, we're Igbo. It's Catholic, Christian, just depending on what area you live in. And then the West is Yoruba, and I think they're just Christian for the most part. And number 11 is there anything that you wish your dad would have done different raising you as a first generation, like teaching you the language, taking you to Ghana, teaching you how to cook food, or even raising you like sometime in Ghana?
I wish I was taught the language. So like when I go to like functions, I know what people are talking about, and I just sitting there on my phone. And then the food, I promise you, the only thing I know how to make is probably plantain. That's it. Or like stew, like
it's like not easy to cook that stuff.
No, it's not. You gotta know you gotta have beans. If you do wache, you gotta have beans soaking in the water like for like 12 hours, and then get your rice ready and stuff like that. I don't have time for that. It's like I just had my grandma and my dad food, and I'm just on my way.
What are any life lessons as a young adult that you will continue to use, that you've learned from your African father and relatives and just the culture in general?
Well, you know, they always like to give, they always like to say little stories like, or little cliches like the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree, or don't be a beggar with a choice, or, you know, stuff like that. You know, just little cliche sayings that they have. They'll tell you a saying, and then you'll think it has nothing to do with what they're trying to teach you, but like,
exactly.
About it, I'm like, oh, well, I should have handled this situation better. From what I remember my dad telling me, and think of like a story he told me about how to be humble and stuff like that. But I'm very grateful and appreciative that.
Are there any life lessons or anything that you won't continue using, or stuff that you didn't like that you won't carry on maybe when you have kids?
Well, my dad always believed in, like, he never wanted us to see like the bad side of things. Like, he always wanted to see us to see the good part, and he would always tell us not to do certain things, but he would never tell us why not to do it. And that it's expected of us just to just do as he says, not as what he does. Do as he say and not what he does. Whatever, you know how to do as I say, not as I do. So I feel like that we were sheltered. He was protecting us so much that like when we come into the real world, it's like you have to be real with your kids. Like, this is why I told you not to do this. Or, you know, just tell us ahead of time, like, this is what happened. Just tell us stories like, this is what happened a long time ago. So I'm just letting you know, if you ever come into a situation, you'll know what to do and not make the mistakes I made. I was never told the mistakes. I was always told, like, the good things. I'm not saying they were secretive, but you know, at least be real with me and show me and tell me why you telling me no, why are you this way to me.
Are there any comments or statements, anything else that you would like to add in about being first generation Ghanaian?
I love being Ghanaian. I love the people. I love that I can sit there and make jokes. You know, because you know, I just love everything about it. I never changed nothing about that. It's always a good time. I'm just proud of it. I'm just proud of who I am.
I think, I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like being African in general, it's kind of like something that I take pride in. Like, something that I'm just proud about. It's not like I feel like I'm better than other people. I don't know, it's just something, I feel like it's something that just makes me different. I don't know.
Right. The fact that they don't believe in like the laws, like once you turn 18, you're supposed to move out the house. No, it's once you finish school,
exactly,
graduate, then you can get on your own, be on your own.
Yeah, that's just something I never understood. Always when you finish school, able to like afford leaving, then okay, you can leave. They don't push you out and stuff like that, or force you to leave at 18. But I feel like a lot of Africans have that aspect in common.
For sure. That's one of the things that's going to stick with me forever.
Yeah.
Like, I appreciate that.
Can't just...
They'll take care of you, even though they may talk some mess to you. They may talk about you to your face, to other family members, but they love you. It's out of loveness, and they have sympathy for their people.
It all comes down to your family being good at the end of the day. Like, as long as everything's good, like, you guys could fight, but they're never gonna like kick you out.
Right, cut you off or none of that.
You want to shout anyone out?
Shout out to all my Ghanaians, the ones in London, the ones over here, the ones back home.
Would you like to plug in any of your social media, your business? I know you do makeup, so plug everything in. Plug everything in.
I have a little side hustle. I do makeup on the side. It's called Colored Looks by Coco. That's my Instagram name. And then my regular Instagram name is Do It Like CC. CEC. And that's it.
Thanks, girl.
Thank you.